I'm Karen Martin, the Director of Recreation and Leisure at Stepping Stones. And thank you for taking time out of your day to spend time with us to learn about our recreation and leisure services here at Stepping Stones. And today we'll be focusing on more of our summer programming, but we're glad you're joining us, and we will have a slideshow that you'll be able to watch. And also you'll receive this information after our presentation. Today I have our Rec and Leisure team here with us. That is EJ Brockman, he's one of our recreation coordinators. Sarah Streets, and she's one of our recreation coordinators. Jeannie Ludwig from Client Services, and they'll all be sharing in our presentation with you today about different parts of our Rec and Leisure programming. We encourage you to share your questions through the chat, and at the end of our presentation, we'll take time to go through those questions and answer them and dialogue about the questions you have. So we're going to get ready here, and you'll see our screen of our presentation. Another part is, as we're presenting, we're going to be switching in and out the presenters, so you'll see movement of who's coming in to talk, and just wanted to let you know that. But again, thank you for joining us, and we're ready to share with you. So what do we do here at Stepping Stones? We provide recreation programs throughout the year that promote inclusion and build independence. And we serve our participants starting at the age of 5 to 65 plus. We have day camp programs that happen at our Given location. And we also have our overnight programs that happen at our Allen location out in Batavia. Oh, Sarah Street will be talking with you here about our overnight programming here in a second, and that happens at our Allen campus. And what does our Allen campus have? It has 47 acres, accessible cabins, accessible bathrooms, and lots of different activity areas. Our cabins are air conditioned. We have swimming, we have lakes for fishing and boating. So that's what goes on, some of the things of the features to Camp Allen, to our Allen campus. But Sarah will be talking more when we get to our overnight staycations. And then at our Given campus, that's where our day camp happens. And EJ Bachman will be talking to you more about that in a few minutes. And at Given is where our Saturday clubs happen and summer day camp. And here we also have lots of acreage, 23 wooded acres. We have a gymnasium, indoor programming space, outdoor programming space, a nurses station with our nurses, swimming activity areas, and lots of sheltered areas for shade during summer programming time, and a lake for fishing. And that's what some of the highlights are to our Given campus. So creating your summer here at Stepping Stones. You can create your summer here at Stepping Stones by either attending our summer day camp or our overnight staycations. And you can see the different age ranges and locations under each program. So that's here for you to see in this slideshow. Summer day camps at the Given campus, ages 5 to 52, and overnight staycations are at our Allen campus, ages 16 to 65 plus. So here comes Sarah Streets, one of our recreation program coordinators, and she's going to share with you about our summer overnight staycations.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Streets, and I'm one of the coordinators over at Allen. So at the overnight staycation, you're serving ages 16 to 65 plus. And we are located again in Batavia, Ohio. So this is a 5-day overnight retreat. And it goes from Sunday afternoon till Thursday afternoon, and it is $700 per session. So some of the activities we do are listed there, and so I would like to share with you some of my favorite activities. So over the summer, we did a huge slip and slide that all of the participants and staff enjoyed. We have our archery, bonfires, creative arts, fishing, dance parties, game nights, nature, swimming, and talent shows. And with those, we also have tons of arts and crafts and different things like that. And weather permitting, we get to do hot air balloon rides too, which are always a lot of fun. So some things the program includes is it's adapted activities. And we have an on-site licensed nurse from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., certified lifeguards at swimming and waterfront activities, commercial kitchen that helps with the dietary needs, and seasonal staff are trained on disability education, emergency procedures, behavior support and intervention, first aid and CPR, and activity adaptation and documentation. So this is our summer schedule. So we start with 4 sessions in June. And we have a break during the 4th of July session. And then we go back to having 4 more weeks towards July and beginning August. So we hope to see you for our Splash into Summer Week 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here in front of you speaking today. My name is EJ Bachman again. I am a part of the Recreation and Leisure team as the Recreation Coordinator, servicing both our Given and Allen locations. So I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about our summer day camp opportunities. So this is a very exciting time of year because we are getting closer and closer. I know it's hard to believe with all this cold weather going on that we are going to get into warmer weather soon. So entering our 60th summer season, day camp is for ages, we serve as young as 5 all the way up to 22. And this is, as Karen mentioned earlier, at our Given campus in Indian Hill, which is in 5650 Given Road. And it is offered weekdays, Monday through Friday from June 5th to August 5th. So, and then the time frame goes from starting as early as 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our younger ages, and then our older teens to young adults goes from 9:15 to 3:15, and the cost is $55 per day per session. Okay, so then let's talk a little bit about our activities. Sarah was mentioning some of the stuff that we do at overnight. Some of the things that we do at day camp are fairly similar. We've got arts and crafts, fishing, music, nature. But to give you more specifics on what that kind of looks like, some highlights, we also do some big, large group games. Like there was a large group game of Quidditch played. Each session is built into a theme throughout the summer. So we try to hit some special activities based on that. One of those was Christmas in July. So we did some hay sledding. Yeah, not snow, hay, that's right. We also make some nature kites at nature, do some creaking. So that's some examples of some nature activities, some world discovery things we do. This was really popular, some elephant toothpaste explosions throughout the summer. So that was really exciting. Just a special note about meals. Our program is very special where we have a full service kitchen over at Camp Allen, but over at our day camp location on Given Road, we do not. So we do require that all campers bring a packed brown lunch of some kind with them to our program. So some program highlights, we've got some adaptable activities. Like I already mentioned earlier, we do have an on-site nurse all throughout program hours throughout the day. We have a highly trained staff that consists of many different diverse backgrounds, including certified lifeguards. We're in some small group ratios right now, and we are trained on a lot of the similarities between overnight and day camp. Staffing share those same trainings. So all the ones that Sarah mentioned earlier about like emergency procedures, behavior support, activity adaptation, and documentation, we hit all those highlights over at day camp too. And now I'm going to pass it back over to Karen. So she's going to talk to us a little bit more about our criteria of service.
Well, hello again, it's me, Karen. And so I'm here to talk to you about our criteria service and something EJ just touched on about within our staffing that I want to talk to you about as we go into our criteria service. Our rec and leisure programs are recreation based. And so we offer them in a camp form in the summertime as day camp or overnight camp. And with that, our staff that works at our program are seasonal staff. And so majority of them are college age students that are here to gain experience as they're going into their professional career and education, maybe leading into a pathway of a helper field. And so I just kind of want to share that with you because that's who is here working with us and working with the participants that attend our programs. And so I am going to share because our criteria service, and here we are, we do have this criteria service as being a recreation-based program. And so I'm just going to read it here so you hear it all from our criteria service. With our unique environment and seasonal staff, Stepping Stone's goal is to safely accommodate as many participants as we possibly can. Because of our program model and our program service area, Stepping Stones were unable to serve participants at this time who demonstrate one or more of the following level of care or needs. And so that's a participant who's unable to participate in activities in a group setting, because as EJ said, we are small base group settings. And so everyone is in a group and they have a schedule and activities they follow. And so we are a group setting based program. And also that at our overnight program, Participants need to be able to sleep in a shared cabin space with the other campers and their staff. And so we have no awake staff. We have on call on site. They're counselors that if someone needs help during the evening, during the night hours, that's who would be helping them, but there's not awake staff. Participants who require one-on-one support. We are not staffed at that time to offer that level of care or service. Participants who require assistance in their daily routine with full assistance of eating and toiletry. At this time, we're asking participants who attend our programs can perform these personal tasks with independently or with verbal prompting or little support. Participants who maybe would show extreme aggression towards others or self, that's safety concerns there. We at this time with our criteria service, someone who has higher levels of aggression towards self or others were unable to serve. Someone who has a flight risk, elopement risks. Our properties are wide and open. These are camp-based, so most of our programming happens outside. And so that is a safety we have to look into, that the participants who attend our programs can safely stay with their group within the parameters of the program setting. A safety risk towards open bodies of waters or roads. We do have that around our day camp property. We are fenced in, but there are roads and there are ponds. We have our lifeguards on our ponds, but that's also safety we have to look at if someone has a safety risk towards open bodies of water or roads. If someone has sexual behaviors towards others, that's a concern because, again, we are in a group setting, and especially at overnight that we're in staying overnight in a cabin setting for sleeping. And then if someone was to demonstrate significant property destruction, that's a reason we'd be unable to serve someone at this time, or serious self-injurious behaviors. I know these are all sensitive topics I'm just talking about, but I just wanted to be open and honest with you at this time with where our criteria services and with whom we can serve through our rec and leisure programs at Stepping Stones. So how does one pay for services? Stepping Stones accepts several different types of payments. We have third-party funding, so that would be family support services, independent options, level 1 waivers, self-waivers. So we are a provider for the state of Ohio through the Department of Developmental Disabilities. So we do accept waivers, and then also other family support services from your local Department of Developmental Disabilities. And overall, someone may private pay for our services out of your own pocket. So those are ways someone can pay for our services. So when someone's coming on a waiver to our program, you have your individual service plan with your waiver, your My Plan and individual service plan. And so our compliance officer, Corey Geis, who works with Rec and Leisure, she works with the SSAs that work with you and your loved one to make sure their ISP is in a format that we can serve and willing and be able to serve. And so when we are reviewing someone's ISP, the things we are looking for in it is the Medicaid number, the outcomes, the frequency of attendance, level of supervision, the person's assessment, a backup plan. So if we needed to have get a hold of somebody else while someone's attending our programs, if there's any behavior risks or behavior supports, and if those are in there, that we're working with the behavior support specialist to be trained on those so we can safely provide services. And then if anyone needs medication during attending our program times, that we are listed in there to be able to give medication. We'd have to be listed in there. So those are things that we're reviewing, and we have to have those things listed in an ISP. So as you're working with the SSA, or if you are a SSA, that this information's in there, and this would start that process more smoothly when working with someone in their ISP. So I'm going to have Jeannie come back from Client Services and talk with you about our registration process, because we do have a 4-step registration process, and she's going to talk with you and share that with you, because that's who you talk to when you have questions.
Hello again. So we have gotten a few questions in, and I will answer those questions as best I can after I just shortly go through the process here. So the process can be done online at our website, steppingstonesohio.org. If parents have an account, they can just log in, update their information, register, and submit. If you're new to the process, you can create an account. It'll take you through the application, which I'd give yourself at least 20 minutes to 15 to 20 minutes to complete. It does have some questions that might take a little bit. So you're gonna go through all that, and then at the end, you'll submit. Once you submit, that information comes directly to me. I get that you have registered and filled out the application. I then do my thing. I send you a master medical form that needs to be filled out by their doctor, signed, sealed, dated, the whole thing. We have also asked this year to, if they have any prescription medications, to please include that with the master medical as well. And it is noted on the form. So once we have all that information, if they're new, one of our team members, either Sarah, EJ, or Karen, possibly our nurse Holly, may reach out, or they will reach out and schedule a pre-camp interview. The first contact you receive from them will more likely be from email. They'll schedule a time for you guys to talk on the phone. They may request a one-on to have you come in so you can meet the participant in case there may be some questionable behaviors that may just, sometimes it's just really helpful to see the participant one-on-one and to meet the parents and get some more information that way. Once we have taken care of that and the participant is deemed good to go, we then put our participants in groups. For day camp, we make sure they have cabin spots and overnight. We have their funding. Once their funding is approved through waiver, and sometimes that takes a little time. Once we get the registration, Corey reaches out to the SSAs and requests the funding, their plans, so we can get those approvals if any revisions or anything needs taken care of. If it's a private pay or a voucher, then our accounting department reaches out regarding the next steps there. So once all this has taken place, we've gotten the medical, we've gotten the funding, our payment approvals from program are in, the participant is then enrolled in the program, overnight or day camp. And then you will receive a enrollment packet. The enrollment packet's going to have a letter with what they have been enrolled in. It's going to have dash cards that you'll use for drop off and pick up. The forms, packing list for overnight, just what they can expect during the day and week while they're at camp. And a MARS that will be filled out if they take any medications while they're here as well. And once you go through that, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. That's what we're here for, to answer any questions you have. And I know we did get a few questions, so I'm going to, there is an application fee. The application fee is out of pocket. It is not waiver or voucher usable. That is a $25 yearly fee. So if you registered for one of our Saturday clubs, or rather it's Saturday clubs, fall, winter, spring, or summer, it's just one $25 fee per year that covers all programs. And you would just need to contact our accounting department, and you can pay for that over the phone, or you can email a check or money order, whatever works. So another one we were asked, people from Kentucky are able to attend our programs. It would all be private pay unless they had their own third-party payer that would pay that fee. The only people that would qualify for the grant at this time, the grant that we have in process is Ohio people. Ohio participants would be the only one that qualifies right now. So, and you asked, somebody asked, Carol asked for the weekend respites. Do they also have to be in shared living and group facilities? Yes. That is for a free one. For the free, the grant funded overnights. They do have to be in shared living or group facility. They can come to those and still use their waiver or any other type of funding. But for the grant, it does have to be a shared living or group facility. Any COVID policies. So participants do not have to be tested each time they come. Your immunization that is submitted with the master medical will let us know if they're immunized, and we do keep that information of all their immunizations. So no, and it's totally up to the participant. If they feel comfortable, if they want to wear a mask, they are more than welcome to. Our staff will be wearing them though. As we move forward, if things change, as they do daily, we will go be forwarding on that information as well. So always, once you are into the process of coming to programs, we do send out anytime there's any type of update for COVID or any other issue that may come up, we send out information through email. It's either going to be through our constant contact, Campminder, or my work email as well through Stepping Stones. And the next question is regarding potty training. They do not have to be 100% potty trained. It's really aged based on that and how much they support. Like I know I've gotten that question a lot the last few weeks, and you know, the little ones that start out at day camp from 5 years old on up, we know, you know, they have pull-ups, they're still able to attend. It's when we get to the older participants that require a lot of toiletry help, that's where the potty training issue comes into effect. Their personal care, how much we are able to provide them. That's where the potty training comes in. It says, can my son attend both day and respite care? Yes, they can. So they'll just 1 week, we have several participants that actually do that. They'll come to day camp 1 week, overnight the next. Overnight is limited to 4 sessions for the summer, and they cannot be back to back. We found that participants coming back to back weeks, it really wears them out by the end. So we do have limited for 4 sessions overnight, so they can rotate however you want, as long as your overnight sessions are not back to back. There is no limit on how many weeks they can attend day camp. If somebody wants to come all 9 weeks, as long as everything's there, they're appropriate to come every week for the summer, then by all means, they're more than welcome to. So family support services, for that. Yes, definitely. I think family support services, Michelle Horning is our contact that we work with, and we are more than happy to accept that as well. We do not offer any type of transportation. Transportation would be provided per the family to and from. If you have transportation, if somebody has a provider, that's fine. But we as an agency do not provide any type of transportation. So that's a good question, Nancy, thank you. We do have quite a few nonverbal children with autism, and I think I'm going to let Karen answer that question because I don't want to answer it wrong. But yes, we will definitely answer that for you.
Yes, Nancy, we do have participants who attend who are nonverbal. And like you said, your son might not want to participate in the activities and watch. And we know that's an experience that each person has individually. The main goal is to be part of the group and experience the activities in the way that meets the participant best. So if someone just chooses to watch but stays with the group and that's how they get the engagement out of the activity, then that's fine. The main thing is that they're staying with the group and participating in their own individual way. We will promote them to see if they want to participate in the activity, but if they choose to watch and just be present with the group, we're okay with that. Oh, so for someone from Kentucky talking about your transportation system of tank, I know that does come over into Ohio, but it does not come into the areas that we serve. Our day camp is on the bus route for the Metro of 28, and you would have to come up the road some, and there's not a sidewalk from that road up to our camp. Our overnight camp is not on a bus stop. So, but I think, you know, you could come over on a Kentucky transport to the Cincinnati Metro and get here, that potentially work, but that would be a lot of figuring out how those two systems work together. Oh, we might have just had one. We had one more question. What would you need the application completed by and a process for initial intake? For summer day camp and overnight camp, we would like to receive all applications by April 15th. So then we have adequate time to process them through. We ask that the sooner you know you would like to apply to our programs, please do that, because that gives us time to work with everything on our side. Well, that seems to be all the questions we have at this time, but we truly appreciate everyone taking the time out of your day to come and spend some time with us and learn about our rec and leisure programs. It's nice to share what we do with our community, and we hope maybe your child or your teen or the adult in your family that you care for might be joining our rec and leisure program sometime. So please don't be shy. Reach out with any questions you have to us, because we're here to share about our information. And again, this will be sent to you, so you'll have these resources right at your fingertips to review, but we're here to provide rec and leisure services to the Greater Cincinnati community.